We have this simple plan. We'd like to do the concrete work takeoff on it, so we'll need to calculate the amount of footing for this, and both of them, strip footing and pad footing. So we need to start first of all with the center line calculation. I will use for that our Excel sheet, which you have on your slate. And this one we start to input the data. So starting with it's given here with the calculation of center line. So we'll have here we have this element, and this is same, this one, and then we'll apply the formula to it. So we'll just input these values, and these values are, as you can see, it is just input here. This is 8.1, and again 8.1. Then we have 7.4, this one, 7.4, and another 7.4. Now, because this is a rectangle shape, straightforward, so all you need to do is apply the formula. And her formula says the factor 8 multiplied by half of thickness of the wall. So the thickness of the wall, if you can see here, is given the thickness of the wall is equal to 200. So if we go to the section, here says it is 200. This is 200. This is 200. So back to our Excel sheet. Just input here the 200 millimeter is equal to 0.2. This will do the calculation for us. So it is 30.2 is the center line, total center line. Now come to the concrete. So the footing, I will say it is 17.5 megapascal, the strength of it. The strip footing already, the length of it is calculated already as 30. Now all we need to do is to define here the width of the footing and the thickness of it. And the width and thickness of the footing is given here. It says this is equal to, so as you can see, it is 400 millimeter by 150 millimeter thickness. So we'll record these values here in our Excel sheet. So we have the 400 will be 0.4, and the thickness is 0.15. Then this will calculate, but we have also pad footing here. So if you look at here, you see these are the pad footing, and the measurement for these are given here as 700 by 700 by 150, and we have two of them. So if you go back to our Excel sheet again, so we'll record the pad footing table. We have two pieces of them, and they will have, there will be 70 by 70 by 50. So this will be 700 is 0.7, and this is 0.7, and the thickness of it is 0.15. So these are the two footings that we have, and the west is already automatically added as 3%. So we'll get a value of 2.02. It will be round up to 3 cubic meters. So it's like 3 cubic meters. Okay, we'll come to the next part, which is the calculation of the wall footing. So to calculate the wall footing, we need to take a look at the section here. So the section here, as you can see, the height is 1400, means 1.4 meter. That's all we need for the height. And of course the thickness of the wall footing, as you can see here, it is 200 millimeter. This is 200 millimeters. So these are the two measurements I need, and I already know the center line, which we calculated already. So for the, here says foundation height, so foundation height from plan is equal to 1.4. That is straightforward. And after that we come to the foundation calculation here, typical. So what is the width of the footing is 0.2. So that will give us the calculation for the wall footing. So we get the wall footing here, and there is no other calculation that we need than the wall footing. Now I'll move to the, so this comes as 8.46, will be rounded up to 90 cubic meters. Now we'll come to calculate the basement slab on grade, the concrete. So we need to go to the areas, because this is a template for a variety of plans. In our plan we have only one area. So if we look at we have only one area here. That's all we have. So this is one area, and this is 8.1 by 7.4. That's all we have. So it is not complicated. So go back to our Excel sheet. Before we go to the Excel sheet, because we are calculating only this area, so this part only inside the wall, so meaning that we'll need to, this measurement need to be, we subtract this thickness from it and this thickness from it, which both of them are 200, so it will be 8.1 minus 0.2 minus 0.2. And same thing goes for this part. This part from here to here is what we need to, and we need to subtract this part and this part, and both of these are 0.2. So if we go back to our Excel sheet, and this is the area, so the total area is equal to 8.1, and this is equal to 7.4, and we need to subtract from each side minus 0.2 and minus 0.2. That's for one measurement, and the other measurement same thing, minus 0.2, and 0.2 is the thickness of the footing, minus 0.2. So this will give us, these are the areas. So all I need to do is, here it says the area, I need to add the thickness of the concrete slab or on the grid. So if you go back to the sketch again, I will see, and the section part, we'll see the thickness of the slab here. If we enlarge this bit, so you see it says 75 millimeters. So 75 will be rounded up because we said everything will be divided by, it is meter. So if we divide 75 by 1000, it becomes 0.075. So 0.75 would be rounded to 0.08. So we need to put here 0.08. That will be the amount of concrete on a grade. So with this we get we don't have any garage, so that will end our calculation for this.